Hello everybody, it is band time. Go grab that Theraband and let's do a quick little workout. So this piece of equipment is small, packable, easy to work with, and very versatile. Always double check your band, make sure there's no little rips and holes in it because you don't want it to snap on you, which I have seen happen as well as happened to myself. So, got your band? All right, so we're just gonna start standing. I'm gonna plant my feet underneath me. I'm gonna take my band out in front of me, about shoulder distance apart, pull a little bit out tension, and then just stretch up to the ceiling. And then come back down. And again, reach up nice and tall. Take a nice breath. And then come back down. And stretch up again, reach. And come back down. Now as you warm up, you can go further and further back behind you if it is comfortable for you to do that. So reach up and stretch back, and then come back around. And again, reach up and come back around. One more time, reach up, come back, and then coming back around. I'm gonna go up again, this time pause at the top. So hold here at the ceiling. I'm gonna side bend to one side. My top arm is reaching up, my bottom arm's coming down, taking a big breath into that rib cage, and then come back up. Other side, tip to the side, anchor those arms, pull them apart, and then come back up. One more time each side. Turn and stretch. Good, and come back up. And again, reach. Nice inhale, come back up, and bring them down. Good, roll those shoulders, open that chest. I'm gonna turn sideways too, so I want you to take that band behind you. We're gonna turn our palms facing forward, opening up the shoulders, because we're on our computers or our phones, and even if you're active and cycling or running, we're still kind of rounding forward. So take those shoulders back, palms facing forward, roll them back, little bit of tension as I press back and open up, and then release. Keep that little bit of abdominal connection so you don't like overarch, right? So I still want to give a nice big chest opener and reach it back, and then release. And one more time. You don't have to go that far for this to be effective. And then release. All right, let it go. Shake out your fingers from holding the bands. We're going onto the mat. So as I go onto the mat, I'm gonna face this way. And what you do is take both feet into the bands right here. So I'm gonna loop this around both feet, center myself on the mat, and then I'm just gonna think about where my sit bones are underneath me, and I wanna rock about halfway back, just behind the sit bones, rolling away from my femurs, and then coming back up. So I'm gonna tuck the tailbone and roll a little bit back and up. I'm just holding the band as a frame. So I'm not trying to pull myself in this position. I just want it to be a nice frame out here, and then come back up. I'm loosening up the lumbar spine and warming up my back with a little bit of arm support. So rocking back, and then coming back up. And again, coming back, and then coming back up. Now, one more time in this. Now, you may stay in just what I call this half roll back, or you can go all the way down. Make sure you roll down room on your mat behind you. I'm gonna go all the way to the mat. Take a nice breath. I'm gonna tip the chin and use my abs, my band to assist me a little bit, and roll all the way back up. I'm gonna scooch a little bit. All right, you're gonna tip this behind the pelvis, rock all the way onto the mat, lay back, take a nice breath, tip the chin, and roll back up. And again, tuck the tailbone, roll all the way back, extend back, and then coming back up. Let's do 2 more times. And around back, reach away, lay back, take a nice breath, and then coming back up. One more time, nice and tall, and then rock back, all the way back. Nice breath, and all the way up. Now when I come up right here, I'm going to take my right foot into the band only. So I've removed my left foot from the band, and I'm gonna roll all the way back again. This time as I go back, my right leg is gonna go to the ceiling. Anchor those arms beside you. If your low back is really stiff or you feel some tension pull, bend that opposite knee from what's up to the ceiling. But I'm gonna extend it out today because I'm warmed up in that position. So that leg's gonna stay on the mat. This leg up into the ceiling is in the band. My arms are pulling down, and I'm just a frame. I'm not trying to really over tense and pull. All right, so from here, I'm just gonna lower and lift. Straight leg, lower lift. So this is an active hamstring stretch. So we're getting that hamstring to move without statically holding it, especially if you're not warmed up. This could really hurt. And then come back up. I'm gonna bend and extend. Another way to actively hold that hamstring into those stretches. 2 more, extend. As I'm going, I'm flexing my heel and pushing my heel to the ceiling, and I'm gonna hold right there. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go a little side to side. So we call these windshield wipers. I'm gonna go a little side to side, getting a little more range of motion around the hip socket, keeping my back down. Yes. And back and forth. Good, nice extension. How far you go out is up to you, but try and make sure that you don't roll off your mat or off to the side, okay? Next time, I'm gonna go across and into circles. We're gonna go 8 circles, here we go. I'm gonna cross over midline, circle down, up 1. Circle across, up 2. My arms are still just a frame. Here's 3. Across, up 4. Cross, 5. Are you breathing with your circle? 6, 7. At the top, pause. That was 8. I'm going to switch direction out to the side. Come up and around to 1. Circle up, round 2. Here's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. See, I can count sometimes. And 8. From here, I'm going to anchor this band right there. I'm going to bend my knee, soften. So I can bring my left leg up to switch. So I'm going to push this left leg into the band to bring my right leg down, switching feet in the band. Readjust as you need to. Make sure you still have that frame. I'm going to extend my first leg I just completed out on the mat. So I have my right leg on the mat, left leg up into the band, and then lower and lift. That straight leg, lower, lift. Extend and reach away. And the next time up to the ceiling, I'm going to pause and I'm going to bend and extend. Bend and extend. You got it. One side may feel tighter than the other, so take your time. I'm going to go one more time. I'm going to hold at the ceiling. I'm going to go side to side. So I'm going to go across midline a little bit and then back out to this side. So as I do this side to side, how's your low back feel? Do you feel any tightness? Are you over tensing your shoulders? Keep that side to side going. Good, one more time outside. So I cross, I'm going in those circles. So I'm going to cross over, circle down, come up and around 1. Circle, cross, up 2. Remember, we're going to that 8. 3, abs are tight. 4, 5, 6, 7. Pause the top, switch direction. I'm going out, circling around, up and 1. Circle, cross, up 2. Use a full breath each circle. That was 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Are you still there? And 8. From here, I'm going to bend this knee to roll myself up to seated. So I'm going to use that to assist me to come all the way up and then pull and stretch forward. All right, I'm going to give my fingers a break from the band. So I'm going to turn slightly towards you. So from here, kind of shake out your fingers and open them up. I'm going to rock behind that sit bone, or behind the tailbone. So I got that little lumbar spine roll, right? So find your little lumbar spine tilt. Flex both feet, toes to the ceiling. I'm going to lift my right leg up off the mat. Try not to tense your shoulders. And I'm going to pulse up. I'm going to pulse. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hold it there. I'm going to point that foot that's up. And I'm going to cross over the floor leg and back. Cross 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm going to bring the foot down and stretch forward. And then we're going to go to the other side. So again, nice and tall. Rock behind the sit bones. Find your abdominal muscles. Left leg lifts up. My toes are flexed to me. And pulls up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Pause. I'm going to point that foot that's lifted and cross over and back. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Flex the foot, bring it back, and stretch back forward. So from here, for our next move, I'm going to go to that butterfly stretch. So pulling my feet in toward me, bringing my hands underneath, and I'm just, as you can tell, I'm rocking a little side to side. So getting that stretch through the inner thighs and the hips. And then what I want you to do is I want you to pull yourself forward in a little stretch. Now here's the thing, I'll turn sideways to you. I don't want you just to bring yourself forward and like you round forward. That's not going to help us at all. I want you to lengthen your spine forward. So pull the chest through your arms. And what will help is if my hands are underneath my feet, so I can pull forward and kind of lever a little bit. So I'm getting nice and tall and stretch. We're going to go into some arm stuff. I'm going to take a nice breath. I'm going to round back a little bit and then pull back forward and stretch. Beautiful. And then release. All right, I'm going to keep it a slight angle towards you. I'm going to take my band again and take that band in around both feet. So reach forward, band around both feet, and they're out nice and long. So my tension on the band is approximately me holding my hands just below the kneecaps, but you can change your tension. If you want harder tension or more resistance, walk your hands closer to your feet. If you want less resistance, you walk further away. So I'm gonna go in that half roll back. From here, keeping my thumbs up, not literally have to hold them up, palms facing in, pull your elbows back to your side and then back out. So I'm gonna pull in and out, and pull in and out. And 3, and 4, ask anybody in my live classes, I'm usually on a counter. And 6, and 7, use that breath. 8, let's go to 10, shall we? 9, and 10. If you need to come up and take a break from that position, you absolutely can. And we're gonna go right back into it. This time I'm turning the palms downward and thumbs in toward each other. And I'm gonna roll wide and back. And pull 2, and 3, and 4. How are we doing? And 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm going to stay in that half roll back position. I'm going to change that where I pull one arm only and I'm going to reach back and look toward that direction and then release. Other side. I'm alternating sides. Use your breath. Inhale, exhale, twist and release. Twist and release. Keep going. Reach. Yes. Assistance is here. Hello, baby. And back. And twist. One more set. Pause to pet the kitty. And back. And one more time. Good. And coming forward. How are we doing today? All right, so I'm going to roll back. So I'm going to go back to palms facing in, thumb up. So I'm going to round back again so I find an abdominal curl. But this time your hand position is not just going straight back. What I want you to do is push down to pull back and then let it rise a little bit to come back up. So I'm creating this little circle, okay? So I'm going to pull down beside me, come back with my elbows, come up a little bit and forward. And then pull down, pull back, and down. Or say push down, pull back, and around. And release, and around. And back, and around. How am I doing? And back, and around. Good. Back, and up. Good. Back, and up. One more time. Because I wasn't counting those at all. Last time. And then come all the way up and stretch forward. How are your hands right now? How tight was that grip on the band? All right, I'm going to turn a little bit more sideways to you. So on this next one, we're going to go into rounds back and then back extension up. This one's a little bit harder to understand the first time. So usually we're just kind of gripping onto the band like this. I want you to flip your palm. So when I go to grab the band, I'm holding from the top, okay? So you're going to want a little more tension on this one. And feel free to soften your knees because that'll help your lumbar spine. All right, so from here, I'm going to get a little bit wider elbow position. I'm going to round back part way. I'm going to pull my hands to my chest, and then I'm going to back bend to come back up, and then release, nice and tall. Round back, pull in, and back bend, extend up, and release. Round back, pull my hands to me, and back bend, extend. Round back, my knees naturally lengthen, pull in, and then back bend to lift up. One more time. round back, pull in, and lift up nice and tall, and release. Beautiful. We're gonna take another band break, step this side, because we do want that again. So right now I'm just gonna flip right on over and lower down onto the mat. So from here, we're gonna go into what I call cricket arms. Hi. With my hump. All right, so my elbows are by side, my palms are more back toward my rib cage. Hi. So I'm gonna press some weight into the palms, and then I'm going to press my elbows and shoulder blades back, and I'm going to lift slightly up. Biggest thing here is this is not a push-up, it's a back extension, and lowering down. Good. Take a nice inhale. Exhale, a little lift up. Weight in the triceps, and then extend back down. Good. Inhale. Exhale to lift up. And then coming back down. And again, nice breath lifting up. And then extending back down. One more time. Inhale to lift up. Good. And exhale to come back down. From here, I'm going to prop up onto my elbows, so into Sphinx pose. Now, in all of these positions, I have my feet a little bit wider apart. Narrower feet closer together might be a little impinging on your low back, okay? So, my leg is a little bit apart, and I'm propped up on the elbows. Try not to let yourself just sink, okay? So push away from the floor, pull the abs up. I like to call this hug Joey. So if Joey's in the kangaroo patch, hug him, don't squish him. So that's your abdominal engagement. Anything more is just squishing your organs, okay? So from lizard's pose right here, I call it lizard 2, is I'm just gonna drop the shoulder blades down, or chest down, shoulder blades squeeze together, and then I press up away from the floor. So I sink, and I press up away from the floor. A little bit lower, and press up away. And a little lower, and press up away. And again, sink. Really good postural work right here on this one. Helps a lot of times when I cycle, my neck position on the bike. And lift. One more time. Down and up. Now, from here, I'm going to flip my palms forward. My index finger is pointing straight forward. Make sure I'm shimmying over the elbows a little bit more. Press into the palms. I'm going to extend up, bring my elbows up. I don't have to go all the way. It's not necessary. And then come back down. Inhale. Little press in the palms. And then sink back down. As I go up and down, I really want you to think about keeping those elbows tucked into you. So my elbows kind of tuck in as I come back down. And again, press up, and down, and again up. Have you guys met Izzy? Izzy's my assistant. We're gonna do 2 more of these. And up, and down. One more time. Up, and release down. All right, push back in that child's pose position. We're gonna come back on the mat, but we're gonna take our band with us. So get that big extension, that big stretch, and then you kind of walk in your hands a little bit. You gonna share the mat? All right, on this next one, we're gonna take the band as I lie back down onto the mat. The band is gonna go across my lower back. So I have a tail on each side. I'm gonna hold the band so my palms are facing upward, okay? I'm gonna turn my head to the side, so I'm gonna look at you first. All right, squeeze your glutes so you have a counterbalance. So I'm gonna reach my arms back, so don't let them drop. Reach them back nice and long. Pull outward on the band tension as I lift up and center my head. And I'm gonna lower the head the other way as I come back down. Inhale, reach back, pull slightly open as you come up, and then come back down. And again, reach back, lift up, and release down. And reach back, lift up, and down. One more time on this side. Reach back, lower down. Last time, reach back, pull open, and release down. Good. Pull that back off to the side again, and push back into another stretch. Okay, from here, I'm gonna flip over onto my back. Decide which way to go with my assistant here. So on the mat, I want to narrow my feet as close as comfortable, okay? And then lay all the way back. So walk your feet in, make sure that you feel nice and even on the floor, as in I'm not tipping to one side. So feet together as close as comfortable. I'm going to tuck the tailbone, so I'm going to roll back toward my rib cage and then lift the hips up, hip bones toward the ceiling. Take a nice breath, and I'm going to soften all the way back down. And again, tuck the tailbone, roll up in that big bridge position right there. Hip bones are reaching up, and then roll back down. Good, nice breath. Coming up, and then coming back down. One more time. Tuck the tailbone, roll on up, and roll on down. All right, from here, where's your band at? And then you're gonna widen your feet. So I'm gonna widen my feet to the edges of the mat, but still try and find parallel. All right, I'm gonna take the band into my hands, right over the chest and shoulders. So this time, I'm gonna tuck the tailbone and roll up, and as I do, I'm gonna pull slightly out to the side, and then again, soften and roll down the spine and gently release the arm tension. Take a nice inhale, again, coming up, and then coming back down. Okay, tuck the tailbone, rolling up, reach out nice and long, and then soften and come back down. And rolling up again. And rolling down. One more time. Rolling up, hip bones high. Hold that there. Hold in that position. And now with the arms, I want you to pulse outward. You're going to pulse. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You're going to hold that tension. Now it's the hips. Pulse the hips. I'm going to lift. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and release it all down. Very nice. I'm going to do a nice big full body stretch. Reach everything out nice and long. Rolling all the way back up to seated. We're going to take that band around both feet again. With the band around both feet, I am rolling all the way back down. I'm going to walk my feet in a little bit first. Rolling all the way back down. This time, extend the legs to the ceiling. Crisscross the band in front of you. And then pull your elbows so you have that little bit of anchor again. Look up to your feet and soften your knees. All right, are your feet parallel? What I want you to do is pull a little bit out to this side and then release. And pull a little out to this side. Release. Again, your arms are that frame. Pull and release. And pull. Release. And pull. Release. And pull. How many have we done? How many you want to do? Release. One more time in this position. When you come together, I want you to try and find an external rotation. So you might have to adjust the band a little bit so my band falls in between the knees, and I still have that arm frame, that pulling tension. My knees have softened a little bit more in this external rotation, and now you're going to pull outward on this. So we're getting different angles on those muscle insertions in the hip sockets. A little pull, release. A little pull, release. Pull. Good. 3 more. 3, 2, and 1. Now as I come back together here, I'm going to go to internal rotation. So this is a little more difficult for people. This is actually a natural position for me. So be very careful in the internal rotation. So my knees kind of turn in, my feet are turning in, and then pull outward here. And pull. And pull. And pull. How are we doing? Are you still with me? 2 more. And then come back together. I'm going to turn into the external rotation, pull it into me, kind of anchor my sides, and rock a little side to side. All right, from here, I'm going to come in that froggy position again. We're going to roll up to a seated balance. So I'm going to actually walk my hands. You can have a little bit more tension if you walk your hands down the band a little bit more. So I'm going to kick out and I'm going to roll up. So tip your chin, use your abs, roll up, and you're going to find that balance position. The knees can stay bent versus extended. All right, you can keep the legs out there, tuck in, roll all the way back down. Take a nice inhale. Exhale, roll up, press out, you got it. See, my arms are staying kind of in a bent position. The more I release the arms, the more my torso has to do. And then tuck back in and roll down. All right, ready for some more? We're going to add arms onto it. So go up to balance position, hold if you need to, or extend the arms out, and now pulse outward with the arms. Pulse. Let's go 3, 2, One more. Bend everything in, come back down. And again, repeat that. Tip the chin. Inhale. Exhale, roll up. Extend the arms out. And pull out. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Back in. We're going to do one more. Third set. Are you ready? Roll it up. Here we go. Extend. Reach the arms. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And bend the knees in and come forward. Very nice. Set that band off to the side for a moment. I'm going to turn to you. And then from here, I'm just going to rock a little side to side. Whatever sitting position works for you. If you want to crisscross the legs, extend the legs out nice and tall. Find that tall position for yourself. Okay? From that tall position, I'm going to bring my right hand to the floor. I'm going to reach up and extend over and stretch that side out. Take a nice breath, kind of push myself up. Go to the other side and extend over. Good. Push up. And again, repeat. Going over, nice long reach. Push up and over. Last time here. And up. And then I want you to reach forward and stretch forward. Remember my hands to the mat. I don't have to go all the way down. Just kind of extend and lift. Or you could walk out and pull yourself into that stretch. As I come back up. So we're going to finish how we started with the arm stretch. But I'm going to stay seated here. But you're welcome to stand back up. And then from this position, I'm just going to grab that band, again holding it slightly outside of shoulder distance apart. And I'm going to pull it out in the tension and lift up and stretch back. Take a nice breath and come back up and around. Good. Up and extend. Up and around. One more time. And around. And now we're going to finish with one more standing movement. So go ahead and come on up. As you come up to standing, kind of take a few steps. Kind of see how your body feels, okay? We're going to do a neck stretch with this band. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that band under my feet. If your band starts to get sticky and fold on itself like mine is right now, you can add a little baby powder to it, and then it'll take some of that oils off of there. Okay, I'm going to stand on that band. Let me move back a little bit. And as I come up nice and tall, I want to have some pretty decent tension on my band. So I was holding kind of underneath my shoulders, my kneecaps. Roll the shoulders back and stay nice and tall. And just find center. All right, let's do a couple stretches. You inhale, reach the shoulders up. Exhale, let it go. Good. Inhale, pull the shoulders up. Exhale, let it go. One more time. Inhale. And exhale, let it go. Now let your arms get pulled slightly down right here. And I'm just going to gently tip the head to one side. Roll the chin forward, come up, and go to the other side. So what I'm doing, make sure you can see me, is I want to tip the head. I don't want to actually side bend, okay? So stay nice and tall as you tip the head to the side. Good. Roll the chin forward, go to the other side. And just by staying in this position and only changing my eyesight, will change the stretch. So those ocular muscles attached to your neck muscles and everything else. Chin forward, come back, come to center. Roll the shoulders again. Good, I'm gonna waddle sideways. So we're still on that band right here. And what I want you to do is tip the chin down, pull the shoulders back, get a little extra stretch. And then when I tip the chin down, I'm gonna extend forward, drop the tails of my band, maybe walk off the band and leave it there. Soften my knees, roll all the way up, nice and tall. Everybody take a nice big breath, reach up, and let it go. And there you go. Thanks for joining me with the band. Don't forget to take it with you as you go. Ciao.